I'd like to invite Cub Scout Pack 1070 and Boy Scout Troop 1070 to present the flags, followed by the national anthem played by the Walkersville High School Band. Good morning again, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm James Kelly, the Interim Director of Frederick County Public Libraries, and I'm honored to be here with you this morning for this exciting event as we officially open the Walkersville Branch Library. I'm also pleased to welcome 4 individuals who will share remarks as we open the doors. Frederick County Executive Gardner, President of the Frederick County Council Bud Otis, Burgess of the Town of Walkersville Chad Weddle, and Chair of FCPL's Board of Trustees George Legel. Thank you all for taking time out of your schedules to be here at this morning's event. I'd also like to take a moment to welcome and acknowledge Ms. Julianne from U.S. Senator Van Hollen's office. Ms. Albowitz will be here today on behalf of the Senator, and we'll have her join us shortly to present a senatorial citation. Before I hand over the microphone to Executive Gardner, I want to offer a few brief comments. First, I'd be remiss if I did not take a moment to acknowledge Frederick County Public Library's previous director, Daryl Batson, who joins us today. Daryl served as our director for nearly 20 years, and without his vision and leadership, today would not have been possible. Our library system is lucky to have had you at its helm, and the building that stands behind us is a testament to your dedication and commitment to Frederick County. Thank you, Daryl. This library is a true reflection of its community, and I'm confident the people of Walkersville share my excitement for its future. As we design the space, we intentionally aim to reflect the Walkersville community, and you'll see it in details throughout the space. At Frederick County Public Libraries, we view the library as a connection point, a community hub, and I look forward to the community exploring the space and taking advantage of our great services and programs to connect to ideas, to each other, and to continue building community. At this point, I'd welcome County Executive Julianne Gardner to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Are you excited? I know I'm excited. It's wonderful to see so many of you out here today, to have our Cub Scouts, the high school band, and even the sky is Walkersville blue. We've been waiting for this day for more than a decade. And I will say that the high school students who played the national anthem this morning were just toddlers when we first started talking about this library. When you walk inside, I think you'll be just amazed and impressed. It is a beautiful library, and I think you'll agree that it was worth the wait. Almost a year ago today, we broke ground on this new building. Today, it is an amazing space with huge windows, wide open areas, and a room for community groups to gather. The building is almost 6 times as large as the former library. And it has taken the entire community to come together to reach this point. The town of Walkersville graciously donated this site specifically to build this library, and I believe it was set aside initially by Orly Borland, and of course supported then by Burgess Ralph Whitmore, and then our current Burgess, Chad Weddle. And all the town officials over the years have supported this library. Despite some delays, this community was absolutely committed to making it happen. Now, more than 200 individuals have contributed, have donated to the new Walkersville Branch Library, and that's really impressive, and that really is part of what makes this a community library. The Glade Valley community truly is the heart of this new library. The county built the walls and furnished the space and added the materials, but the community provided the special touches that make it uniquely Walkersville. I am positive that this building will quickly become a real community center because libraries are more than about books. They're really about building community. This gorgeous space will be a place for parents to bring their young children to learn and grow in the Discovery Meadow children's area. It'll be a place for teens to explore the STEM labs, and a place for anyone who wants to come and find a book, learn a language, or simply to feel at home. We are very blessed in Frederick County to live in such a caring and supportive community. And the support is clear. The Walkersville High School Alumni Association, for example, donated $35,000 to name the Quiet Study Room in memory of fellow alum and former state's attorney Tommy Dorsey. And I know that he would be really touched to be recognized in this way with this space. The community also gave generously to support our children. When you step inside, you'll see a bright red dairy barn in the children's area. And the dairy is an innovative early literacy play space, which was funded almost entirely through community donations. And this area really reflects and honors the agricultural heritage of this community, the dairy industry. It actually notes specific farms in the community, and even the dairy truck has a lion's tag. So when you go through this library, look closely, and you'll see a lot of things that are uniquely Walkersville. I want to give a special thanks to the Glade Valley Lions Club, the Friends of the Walkersville Library, and the Little Friends of the Walkersville Library at the Children's Center, who were among major donors, as well as a grant from the United Way. There's a great story about how the Little Friends group raised money for their donation. The preschoolers illustrated a book that they titled Sonny's Boot, and they sold copies of the book and raised thousands of dollars, which they then gave to help build the dairy space. Because of their hard work, these boys and girls got a sneak peek of the library earlier this week, and they had a wonderful time. We have some adorable pictures of the children really having fun. Early literacy is absolutely essential to ensure that the youngest members of our community get a jump start on their education. Research tells us that reading with your children strengthens their development in many ways. It builds language skills, develops cognitive skills that lead to academic achievement, and even benefits children's emotional awareness. Seeing so many children enjoying the library really makes me happy. You see, I have a special place in my heart for libraries. My mother was an elementary school librarian, and we grew up in a very rural area in Pennsylvania. And so my mother kept the school library open all summer, so I spent my childhood checking out books and shelving books, and have always felt that strong commitment and love for libraries. It's clear that the Glade Valley community understands and values its library too, and that people want to come here, and that's really demonstrated in this big crowd that's here today. Even at the tiny old library location, patrons visited the Walkersville branch more than 7,000 times a month, circulating approximately 14,000 books, ebooks, CDs, and other materials. I don't know if you realize this, but the Walkersville branch offers 55 programs every month and held them all squeezed in that little space. So just imagine how much more they'll be able to do in this beautiful, much larger space. So I want to thank Library Director James Kelly, who's been doing a fabulous job steering our library system since Darrell Batson's retirement in January. And of course, I want to give a huge thanks to Darrell Batson, who supported this project from its inception 10 years ago, stuck with it, never gave up, and was here through the groundbreaking and early construction. I also want to thank our staff who really made sure that the construction stayed on track and on time and managed this project very well. Again, I want to recognize and thank the officials from the town of Walkersville, including the Burgess, Chad Weddle, and all the town commissioners, past and present. I also want to thank our Board of Trustees. Now, it's important that I take a moment to recognize the County Council, and I know Council President Bud Otis will be speaking in just a moment. But I put this project into our county's capital budget so that it could move forward. But it moved forward because 4 of the council members voted to keep it in the budget. And I really want to call them out. This library was supported by Council President Bud Otis, Council Vice President M.C. Keegan-Air, Council members Jessica Fitzwater, and Council members Jerry Donald. Without their 4 votes and support of this library would not be here today. And I really want to recognize Vice President M.C. Keegan-Air, who's here. She doesn't even represent this district, yet she's here and she supported this library. So a real round of applause for the County Council members. Most important, thanks to all of you for your determination and your commitment to supporting this new library in Walkersville. We can all be proud of this new building and know that it will build a bright future for the Walkersville community. It's here to enjoy for decades, so welcome and have a great day. With that, I'll turn it over to the President of the County Council, Bud Otis, for a few comments.
Good morning. I was watching when the national anthem was played, and I noticed almost all of you had your hand over your heart.
Really far into this, I can't hear.
I noticed you had your hands over your heart, which is showing you're in the heartland of America here in Walkersville because you have such great respect for our national honor and our flag. It's our honor to be here today. Having been a former president of a publishing company, books mean everything to me. And you know, today, a lot of people are trying to tell our young people, you don't need to read a lot of books. You got an iPad, you got iPhones, go there for your research. You know, a few years down the road, some of the information's there, it's going to be gone. But in a library, it stays there forever, and you can go read it out of the book. It's a great opportunity for our young people. I'm so happy to see all of them here today because they are the future of this community. And I hope that they can identify with this library right off the bat because it is here for you, for the young people particularly, that we wanted to make sure you had this opportunity right here in Walkersville. And it's one of the busiest ones that we have, and we're really proud of you and what you do. So enjoy it. It's a beautiful facility. I was stunned last night when I drove up and saw it. It was just amazing. So I'm really happy for you. It's a great community center for you. I really enjoy it, and we're happy that we were able to vote for it and have it for you in this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to invite the Burgess of Walkersville, Chad Weddle, to the podium.
Again, as has already been mentioned, we want to thank the County Executive, Jan Gardner, the County Council, Bud Otis, and MC Keegan-Air for all their support of this building, Frederick County Public Libraries, past Burgess, Orley Borland, Burgess Whitmore, our commissioners that are with us today, Commissioner Brody-Ennis, Commissioner Baker, Commissioner Winch, and Commissioner Zimmerman. You know, I had the opportunity to listen to Ted Koppel at the Weinberg Center, which was part of the Frederick Speakers Series, which the Public Libraries is one of the sponsors. And he mentioned that in this era where we tend to go to Wikipedia or Alexa for our answers, that's not true knowledge, that it's us from reading, from getting knowledge of ourselves that makes us as a community aware of what is true news and what's fake news and things like that. So I welcome this building. As has been mentioned, the 15,000 square feet is almost 6 times the size of the other library. As we can see by the crowd here today, I know it'll be used. It's in a nice area. So again, I appreciate all of you coming out today and hope that you'll find this place to be spectacular. Thank you.
Thank you, Burgess Weddle. We're thankful for the support that we've received from you and from the Walkersville community. And now I'd like to welcome our final speaker, George Legel, Chair of the Frederick County Public Library's Board of Trustees, to the podium.
I seem to be the last person standing between all these good people in their new library, so I'll be brief. I'd like to give a shout out to the band as a former member of my own high school band. I thought they were great, and it's not that easy in this cold weather. I have been on the board for about 8 years, and this project was underway well before I got on the board, which just goes to show that these things don't just happen. They take the sustained effort of town and county government, library staff, and of course the support of the community. The end result is a beautiful new library which I know will last for generations. As you go in, you'll see on the right there's a wonderful room dedicated to local resident Tommy Dorsey, and there is the community room, which is named after Darrell Batson, fittingly so, as a testament to his long efforts towards getting this library built. So with that, I think we should proceed to the ribbon cutting and get these people in here.
Thank you, George, and to the entire Board of Trustees for your dedication. Before we officially open the doors, I have the honor of inviting Ms. Julianne Alba to present a senatorial citation on behalf of U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Walkersville. It's so great to join you this morning and represent U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen. I would like to thank all of the partners that are in producing this great building, and I promise that the next time the senator is in Frederick, we come by and I allow him to see this magnificent new piece of Frederick County. You all have to be very proud of it, and it looks like the whole town has turned out for this occasion. So it's my honor to present a senatorial citation. James, if you would join me. This senatorial citation is presented to the Walkersville Library in celebration of its grand opening, with appreciation for its efforts to create a facility that meets the needs of our community and provides an interactive learning space for our youth, and with gratitude for all it does to enrich the lives of the residents of Walkersville. Signed, Chris Van Hollen, United States Senator, on this, the 10th of March, 2018. Good luck and enjoy this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Albowitz, and please extend our appreciation to Senator Van Hollen. And now it's time to officially open the library. Executive Gardner, President Otis, Burgess Weddle, and Mr. Legel, please join me in cutting the ceremonial ribbon. After we've cut the ribbon, we invite all of you to enter the library and explore the space, and thank you again for all coming out this morning.
Got a couple of shots if you're just looking out here, and then I'll give you a 3 count, okay? Great. 1, 2, looking out here. 3!